Hey gang, we are back and we are still preparing for our Thanksgiving feast, and I wanted to talk about one of the things that we're doing for dessert. I am doing a walnut chocolate pie, and it's just like a pecan pie, but instead of pecans, we are using walnuts. And I made a test run the other night and it was delicious. Got to be careful on the crust though. The crust can get a little bit overdone. So we're gonna have to be careful on this round. But let me tell you what we're doing. We're starting off with light corn syrup, and we've got a cup of the light corn syrup. I like the Caro. I also use the Kirkland's too. I had Caro in the house, so we're going with that. Then we're gonna put in a cup of light brown sugar. We pack that cup in there, so that light brown sugar is very packed in there. And you can see over here, I've got the pumpkin crunch. It's still cooling off. I did that video earlier. So we're gonna mix this up. Then I've got 3 eggs. And so with this, the texture is the same as a pecan pie. It is absolutely delicious. It's very sweet. So just so you know, I tempered mine with some whipped cream. The whipped cream recipe is on the food blog. So you can see this is getting all mixed in. I could use a whisk if I wanted to, but I'm just using one of these spatulas to get it all incorporated. I'm gonna wanna make sure that there are no lumps. Since we packed that brown sugar, we wanna make sure there's no lumps in there, because the last thing you wanna do is bite into the pie and have lumps in it. Now I'm gonna add a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and that's gonna go right in there. I'm gonna get that all mixed up. This is a very easy pie, and it produces really great results. So you can make this ahead just like we're doing and keep it in your refrigerator. The most important thing to do is when you make this, not to cut it immediately, because it has chocolate in it and the chocolate will not firm up immediately. So I cut my prototype the other night too soon, and the cuts, it did not make for a pretty piece. And I had to have my neighbors try it, not the ones that usually try it because they were gone, but I had one of my other neighbors try it, and she called me, she says, this is wonderful. So anyway, this is a great dessert, and it's gonna be very easy for you to make. So we still have some lumps in here. We're gonna try to get those out. There we go. So you wanna do this before you add the chocolate chips. Now I'm gonna use a semi-sweet chocolate. I am not going to use a basically milk chocolate because it is going to make it way, way too sweet. A semi-sweet is just perfect. Got a couple more lumps. This is, yeah, there we go. There we go. All right, so now I'm gonna add the semi-sweet chocolate, and I've got a cup of those. There we go. Stir that in really well. And then we're going to add a half a stick of melted butter. There we go. And we'll get that all stirred in. So I'm gonna use a ready-made pie shell. You can basically make your own pie shell if you'd like. This is easier. I went out and bought a whole bunch of them. Since I've got so many other things to do, I didn't want to basically take time to do it. This ready-made pie shell will be perfect. The thing that I'm going to do on this too is after I get my mixture in here, I'm going to take foil and wrap around the edges because I do not want to overcook the edges, which I did on the prototype. So you need to be careful. When we bake this pie, we are going to bake it at 350 degrees for about 55 to 60 minutes. So make sure that you cover those edges because you do not want to mess it up. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn off the video and add the nuts to this mixture and then go ahead and put it in the pie shell. I will take a picture of the finished product so you can see it. Remember, 55 to 60 minutes on 350. Cover the edges so they don't burn. And make sure you allow it to cool. This pie can be kept in your refrigerator for several days before using it. You can serve it cool at room temperature, or you can heat it back up. If you heat it back up, you're going to heat each slice separately so you can cut it. Anyway, another one of our good Thanksgiving recipes. Y'all enjoy. Happy Thanksgiving.